It's pretty early and my morning buddy and me are headed up to the garden because we had a crazy storm last night and it totally messed up our garden tarps. I think the first thing I need to do is we need to fill bags with rocks first. We're out of sand. And then we'll put the tarp back on. Hopefully it's just the one. I don't know yet if it's all of them or just the one tarp. Whew, it's cold this morning. We've got to fill the bags with more rocks. So I think what we should do is carry the bags over to the rock pile and start filling them. And then we'll put the tarp back on, okay? Did you expect to see this morning? It's not too bad, thankfully. I just think the bags need more weight. I wanted to show you guys, this is actually pretty incredible how many weed seeds have germinated. And you can tell that they're dying because they're all yellow. I want to see if you guys can see this. I mean, literally the entire bed is covered in little tiny sprouts of weed seeds. So it is worth every second of this extra work to get this tarp back on here. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's super twisted up, so it's gonna be hard to get it back on. And now it's snowing. I'm almost done. You can see all the little snowflakes. Yeah, so springtime around here, you have to be really careful about what you plant because it's tricky. It'll be 70, even 80 some days, and then it'll snow right in the middle of that. We actually have snow predicted for next week too, so we'll see. Grace just came up here and told me that she was making muffins for breakfast, so that's nice. I didn't film it, but the kids were taking shifts coming up here to help me because they were all cold. I thought that was really sweet. So I'm gonna go inside, order more bags, and just check on everybody.
Baby cow. Found a baby cow. Aww. I gave the cows a little extra hay last night because it was cold. I try to match what I know they normally need, plus the extra roughage to keep warm when it's getting cold. I think it was low 30s last night. Plus we had a pretty big windstorm, so I'm just running this fence to make sure it's not down. I'm sure there's trees down up here. All right, nothing big on the fence. While I walk this pasture, I'm looking at areas I want to put hay down. You can see this area here. It's kind of in the edge of the woods, it's bare. I want to get a bale here, probably tomorrow. So we're feeding hay here, basically planting grass, fertilizing it, all in one big movement. And that fertilizer, I'm still spreading it by hand, or by foot rather. I'm kicking cow pies and keeping them from getting these huge nutrient clumps that the cows will even avoid eating. And these cows are looking really good out here. She's looking great. He's looking good. He's not the fattest calf, but he's a Jersey. He's gonna go in the freezer pretty soon. And one last thing to check is they do have salt. When they're in the back here, we do salt one day at a time. Otherwise, if it rains, we lose a whole bunch. So I'll bring out 1 or 2 days worth, just put a little in there, watch how much they eat. I think with what we're doing with that back pasture, carefully fertilizing it, spreading the hay, I think it's gonna probably be as good grazing as it's ever been. You can see this is what I'm trying to avoid by kicking cow pies in the back. This is a cow pie. It's beautiful and lush, but the cows even stay away from it for a while because they can smell their own feces. I just want to get some nice shots of chickens here. Oh, I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you. Let's go. I've got my little homestead journal here, and I have my raspberry planting notes, and I'm using this to find out what varieties are where. I have every fence post in this fence line marked in here, and then all the varieties that are planted between them. So I'm gonna dig up some raspberries, put them in pots so we can give them away to people. Okay, those are Carolina Red right there, and that's actually has a label on it. These are unlabeled though, and are Heritage Red. Can you hold this up for me a little bit? They do have small thorns. You decided to go swimming, huh? Is that water warm?
Yeah.
On that nice black tarp? Does that water feel warm? Ooh, that was like a little bath. It's like a little bath on a cold day. Oops, sorry. Okay, this is all I'm gonna do for now. I got 6 Heritage Red, 3 Carolina Red, and 1 Nantahala. We're gonna water them and put them in half shade. Is my face in the video? And that way we can spread these around to our friends, so when they come to our house, they don't pick all of ours and eat them. Breeze mowing, we're gonna use those grass clippings to continue mulching our blueberry bed, which is going well. There's a few weeds poking through, but overall it's working and suppressing the weeds and retaining moisture.
What time is it?
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime. No, we're gonna eat inside. It's very cold. I made a huge pot of beans and rice for meals today. I just we have so much work. I don't want to stop all day long to cook, though a lot of times I don't have to. The girls do it. But anyway, meals are done, taken care of for the day. And the whole family loves this. I forgot to put salt in the beans, though.
So get your own salt.
Get your own salt, yeah.
This is the 6th load total out of the barn. I think it'll probably take about 10 or 15 loads to get this middle runway and those stalls cleaned out over there. Load number 7 total is loaded, and that's the 7th load unloaded and watered in. We're creating a giant poop caterpillar.
Giant poop pile.
We have made some good progress down here. One of the biggest accomplishments so far is getting this huge hay pile that was here out with all the manure that was in it. That let us open these gates so I can actually pull in. So I would say we've done quite a bit more than half of this breezeway.
I highly recommend using a broad fork if you are cleaning out a barn that's been heavily compressed by large animals. Because what we're dealing with is layers of hay with layers of poop and layers of hay, and they're just all matted together. So they're very difficult to get up, even with the pitchfork. And this just loosens it all up and breaks it up. Do we need to just go get another pitchfork?
It's hay matted with manure. And so it's, even when I get down into it like this, I can't even pick that up because it's so stuck together. It's like hay bricks. There's some. But when you get over here into this stuff that's broad forked, it doesn't make it totally easy, but it's broken up enough to the point where you can get a big chunk of it a lot easier. Good idea, Brianna. Mm-hmm. I was cynical about it. I didn't think it was going to work. I was like, oh, sure. You just want to broad fork more because you love it.
You want to sit in my lap?
Yeah.
Our #1 farm helper got up from his nap.
My turn.
You are a very advanced English student. All right, ready to turn? We got to turn it this way. Go. Turn it. Turn it. Turn it. Okay. Straighten it out now. Okay. Look out that way. We're gonna drive backwards, okay?
What's that noggin? Do you know what a noggin is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Ow! A bump.
I know. You can drive back down, okay?
Okay.
First you gotta unload.
I guess this isn't really a compost pile. It's a manure pile, but it is a compost pile because it's not just manure, but it's definitely going to be the biggest compost pile or manure pile we've ever had in our garden. And I really think it's going to change our whole garden, like just this right here.
We're knocking out number 9.
Alright guys, this pile just keeps expanding and expanding. It's about, not quite 20 feet, maybe 18 feet long. See you soon. Thanks so much for joining us. Stay safe, and we'll see you later. Bye.